College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on last year's national champions, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Mountaineers will kick it away to start. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Maryland's offense will go to work first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge. Faces today.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. And the Terrapins come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Looking to pass. It's Dyer. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Terrapins will have it 1st and 10. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Right on the money. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Excellent job by this defense. You know they watched the tape last week. This offense was humming. They were clicking. They were in rhythm. You knew they would be aggressive, and they are in the first drive. Great discipline in the back end. Shows up, shows out, and creates the first takeaway of this football game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the tailback. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
Turning it on! They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
And the Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. He might want another play. Looking for a man. It's Dyer. Quick completion on the out route. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
From the gun, running back on the move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Mountaineers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And it slips just inside that right upright. This is now a 7-point game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, the Cavs and Hokies have been duking it out today, and we finally have a winner. Virginia Tech delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big...
Touchdown, Maryland! Special teams proving to be special. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They're like the kid at the playground that just does not want to share their ball with anybody else and play in the sandbox. They've got a crazy lead, and still, head coach decides to go out, onside kick, they get it, and they maintain with possession. It's crazy.
Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I like the idea going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Fires left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Quarterback making checks. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Working that left side. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. This offense really needs to get something going right now. Already down 17-3. They'll start this drive going to the air. Here's the pressure. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Guys, let's take a big view here on West Virginia. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort.
And this defense doing what it does best. Get after the quarterback. That's their third of the day. They're number 1 in the nation at getting the quarterback on the ground. That's why they've had such a successful unit.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Now on second down. To the air, it's Dyer. And the pass is broken up, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag on the field, and they may be throwing it in reverse. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This should be the last play of the quarter. Handoff from the gun. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. There he goes. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to get the edge on the right. Makes a man miss. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The offense changing the play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. And they always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Pressure coming. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? They'll send out the kicker here. And it's right down the boulevard.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw. It's Dyer. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Snagged out of the air. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Well, we're only in the 1st half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the 2nd quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to...
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. The Terrapins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On the ground, it's Pringle. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll try the toss to the left. Nice move to keep running.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss play.
And the Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Makes the grab. It's White. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
3rd down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out and get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now upcoming.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on 4th down. Instead, they back up. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Unloads it downfield. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. The Terrapins will hustle to the line. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the 2nd quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Got enough for the first. Oh, he's got some space. Down at the 16-yard line, and they're threatening to score in the waning moments of the half. And the Mountaineers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Patrick. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Immediately fires to the middle. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia.
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Got room at the 35. He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. And the Terrapins just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Caught over the middle. It's Pringle. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Off the play fake on first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Defense playing a bail technique. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the shell.
Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to...
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
Makes the grab on the left side. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on 1st down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Dyer. Using his feet to buy time. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He'll try to take it back. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but, man, did they set up some field position. Off-play action on 1st down. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Green 25.
He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. He gets a hand on it. That's a live ball, and the defense has it.
After that blocked field goal, that just sums up the kind of day it's been for these guys, right? It's not just offense and defense, but even on special teams. They haven't been able to execute. They've got a lot of areas to improve on the next time they take the field.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got it down the left. Running free. Touchdown, Terps! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
The defense is just killing it. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury tent.
And the Mountaineers with a Long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
Here's the heat. Touchdown, Mountaineers. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Dyer. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Racing down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Maryland!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on that.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more.
Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Takes the handoff. It's Pringle. Got enough for the first down. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
The sure hands. It's Markway. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
It's complete to the right. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. So the O-lineman got a little too far downfield. It wipes out the touchdown, and they'll back it up 5. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll try to run for it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
Trying to keep this drive alive. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Great place to start for this offense. He'll start this drive firing. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Looking left. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Let's take a second here and think about West Virginia. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. They'll give it to him again. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Scanning the field, it's Chubb. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just be